Welcome back to another 13B DCT S15 episode. This is the long-awaited body kit install episode. We're finally going to be putting on my Origin wide body kit. Now, this is something the guys have been bugging me about for over a month now, because you guys saw when everything got painted. And I've just really been wanting to be here for this process, because this is where it all comes together and we can finally have full satisfaction from the amazing work that Josh and Ray put onto the kit, and we finally get to do it. So Josh and Ray are about to pull up right now, and we also got Scardig over there, the S15
back again.
S chassis expert is here. If you guys follow him on social, he's just always flipping S chassis, rebuilding them all, knows where every single bolt is and just every weird thing about an S chassis he knows. We're actually doing an event this weekend, so he's here hanging out and he's gonna help us install everything. This is so thin. Holy shit, I haven't touched it yet. Oh my god, this is like nothing. Look at that. What is that?
That's your size fit.
It's flexible, so when you hit stuff with it, it doesn't break.
Ray said that it's not gonna break.
It's not gonna break. If you say it, then you make it be. Not gonna break. See?
Knock on splitter.
Knock on splitter. One thing that is an update, new from last time, we got the arrow shipped in from Japan. Now when the kit originally showed up, it was missing all the arrow, and I really, in my head, the completed vision for this car had to have the arrow. Now it has like canards on the side, then it has this really cool splitter in the front, as well as ones for the side skirts as well. So it got shipped here, but the only way that I could get it shipped here in time is if they cut everything in half. So that's a very normal thing to do to make it faster shipping. So if you look under here, well, you can't really tell, but they basically had to cut this in half, and then they had to cut the side skirts in half as well. Josh fiberglassed everything up, and then Ray painted it all a gloss black. So this will be going onto the car as well. So we'll see the complete and final look. It's really also very thin, so I might be adding ABS plastic underneath it to support it later on, but for now, this is what's going on. So for the hardware, of course we gotta be a little flashy, a little extra.
A little loud.
And honestly,
Always.
We gotta be loud, because look how the car is white, so no one can tell me that I'm being too extra really on this build period. So I found these super cool neo-chrome-ish hardware for both the wide body, and then you're saying this will fit for the fenders?
Too, yeah.
I had no idea. That's even better. So we're gonna use the M6 on all the fender and this on the wide body. I did end up stealing some of these plastic, actually they're like rubber washers from Adam. This is what I wish I had on every single wide body on any car that I own, because this won't let it dig into the paint. If you don't have these, it'll get really bad over time. A lot of the kits, they come with the plastic ones.
Immediately.
Yeah.
It'll just crack right off as soon as you tighten it down.
And I've seen the hard plastic ones are easy to get, but those are just as bad, almost as the metal ones. Yeah. So this is rubber and it's soft. And hopefully Adam won't notice that a lot of his are missing. Yeah. Spoiler time, we managed to find all this. These are the biggest washers that I own and that are currently on the premises. So hopefully this will be enough. We're gonna put the 4 big ones on, then maybe fill in the space with the smaller ones. Just try and give it as much support as possible. We couldn't find any locking nuts, so I'm just gonna use Loctite. Should be good. Definitely gonna end up having to make something to put underneath this at some point. Hopefully that just doesn't look weird, because it's gonna be layered. 3 different layers, but we do have really cool idea of something we might try for the first time when we get to that point. I'll tell you later.
Mysterious.
And, you know,
Your luck.
which one do we need? That one.
Which one?
Well, I gotta use this one just a little aggressively.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, just wiggle around in there a bit.
And then we'll be... Ta-da! Maybe some neon yellow trim later.
Oh, that'd be tight. Yeah, that'd look really good.
Like with wrap or something.
Yeah.
The side skirt one shouldn't be as hard, right?
That sounds like foreshadowing.
We need more wash.
Right?
Yeah,
It
right?
shouldn't be that bad, right?
Like that.
Ooh. Oh, that was... Oh, wow. That's great.
Pretty cool.
That is so sick.
And the exhaust comes through here. That's so sick. You got your work cut out for you,
So
dude.
cool, bro.
Yeah, that's so cool. You have this much room.
So cool.
This much room
That's so cool.
for a 3.5-inch exhaust.
Yeah.
The only way to get it to work would be to.
It's gonna come up,
Yeah.
out, want 2 of them too.
It's gonna be cool, right, Cricket?
Yeah.
Looks like it wants to be there.
What do you mean?
Pretty sure it wants it. Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be proper.
I got one.
Alright, so if you guys remember when we first were putting the body kit on, there was one piece that we couldn't figure out where it goes. Still have the piece to this day, still have no idea where it goes. I think it's on my parts shelf, but anyway, there's a piece that came with the kit. No idea where it went. So then we got these, and we're like, okay, this is very obvious where this goes in the rear. And then we're like, what is this? Where does this go? And Josh was messing with this for a while, and he finally figured out where this goes. This actually is a part of this. Ray, can you show us how this works? Because I still couldn't see the vision until it was on the car.
Be something like that.
Yeah. And that does make sense, but like it gives it something to support onto.
Yep, it keeps it sturdy so it doesn't move. So yeah, it makes sense. So now we gotta rivet this on and rivet it on here as well, and then it should be good like that.
And I was worried about, we tried to use the least amount of rib nuts as possible, but with this, I'm worried if I hear that, I won't right now because my car is so freaking loud, but eventually I want this car to be a lot less loud and drivable for like a nice cruise on the street. And I think this is gonna drive me insane. So Cricket just whipped up bracket, gonna put that behind and make it so you don't see additional hardware. We were thinking about putting a rib nut here, but now we don't have to with this bracket, and then that'll hold it.
Sweet.
Here are the pieces that we don't know where they fit, and now we challenge
I got 2
Dig.
guesses, and I'm pretty sure I know. The first one,
You already know?
I think so. The first guess, it's pretty close, but we'll see. No.
Yo, watch the
probably on
paint,
the
Dig. Damn! Damn, Dig.
But no, they're pretty big. It doesn't line up. I don't know. Maybe it's not for this kit.
I think
They definitely don't go here.
I got a freebie.
Way too big for the front.
Comment below
Still a
if you
mystery.
know something that we don't. The gloss and satin doesn't look as bad on the car. We were looking at it earlier, and the diffuser area that's like built into the bumper is painted a satin black, and then all the aero is gloss. On the car, it's not as noticeable.
No, it looks
You're
great.
being so extra right now.
Huh?
You're being so extra right now.
Ray thought so too! He thought about it too! But I think it looks good.
Super sick.
You guys see what just happened? What Ray was using? That Milwaukee rivet gun is probably one of the best things ever invented. If you do a lot of rivets, or a lot of body work, worth the investment. Not sponsored.
Yeah, right.
I wish. I wish. most of the body kit and aero is on now. Now we get to focus on some of the smaller details. Started is over here getting a lot of the wiring completed and finalized.
Wiring as always.
Wiring as always. You say it's your least favorite thing
No,
yet.
I don't mind it.
He's really good at it, and everything is so close, but now that we actually have our headlights in and we have more controls that are installed on the inside, we can start to get things working. I really want as much working on the stock cluster as possible. I want it to feel as normal. We're gonna have AC too eventually, so that takes a lot more time to get those things working. But right now, he's at least made it the lights working so I can drive on the street at night, and then maybe start playing with windows and other things like that. Since we're talking about wiring, because it's Stardig's favorite thing in the entire world, this would be a great time to do a big shout out and thank you to Wiretear. I've been working a lot with them the past few months. Look at how cool this is. We got custom heat shrink now. We got the House of Pre version. We have a Collete racing version. We have a 77 version. We can put some footage in of my new Wiretear corner that's in the shop. I'm pretty obsessed with it, and it's making me want to learn everything there is to learn about wiring. I'm gonna pretend. Started, put earmuffs on. I don't know anything. Stardig's around. But it does make me more motivated to want to do more wiring stuff just because everything's so pretty. So big shout out and thank you to them. Basically everything that we're using on this car is from Wiretear. Check them out. Interior panels, trying to put like mirrors back in, wipers, all of the little things. Gonna be steelating at least these, probably a few other things that I find. It's all those final touches so that when we do its big reveal moment, it looks real good. The interior pieces, I didn't want to buy new ones because we're just chopping them up and that would feel wrong. And S15's, their interior option comes with this silver, like metallic-y color. This one's kind of faded, but it's really cool. They have this on the dash, the center console. I didn't want to get rid of it completely if I could keep it. So I've been trying to experiment with how to get as close as possible to that finish.
That looks pretty close.
I know, it's like in this bottom range here. Engine paint, caliper paint, those ones were way too bright. And then Steel It actually was like almost the closest. This side is Steel It. I found this like metallic textured paint that's black that has more of the shine and texture in it that this has. But this is obviously flat and maybe not as textured as this. So I think I'm gonna start by just prepping everything and spraying it with the gray Steel It. This has a really nice finish. And then if I want more sparkliness, I'll just go over it with this.
No longer.
This is a lie.
Now it's official. Now you officially have a DCT car.
Trash. The Steel It ended up drying a lot lighter, which is weird because usually paint dries darker. Don't think that's it. I'd much rather go darker. If we can just get in the middle of these two colors, that would be great. So we'll just see what happens. In here, I'm definitely gonna have to do the rest of the dash the same color, but the dash is already faded anyway and there's just like gunk and old scratches on it, so eventually I'll probably be doing the dash in this exact same color. But I think for now, that's about the closest I could have gotten to what the original color is for these pieces. Alright, we were here pretty late last night finishing up all of the little details. Our blinkers work, but for now, just take a look.